Do you ever feel like you just don't have time to pray? You're all busy people with busy lives. I get it, I'm a busy person too. I have a 6-month-old baby, I have a full-time job, I have this YouTube channel and blog, I have family and friends, I have church commitments. We all have a lot of stuff going on in our lives, and sometimes prayer can get pushed into the background. So today we have 6 tips to help you spend more time with God in the middle of all the busyness. If you're new here, my name's Jenny and this is Arnold the Praying Penguin. And our first tip is that you need to prioritise prayer. If prayer isn't a priority to you, it will work its way to the bottom of the pile. You'll replace it with other things. Other things will fill up your time. We just don't have enough time in the day to do everything. So you have to decide which things are most important to you. And those are the things that you have to make time for. So if you want to spend more time with God, more time in prayer, you have to decide that prayer is important to you and put it at the top of your priority list. Otherwise, even if you schedule it into your day, you'll get to that point and just think, actually, I need to do that instead, or I need to make this shopping list, or I need to work on this project instead. And other things will come in and take that time. Our second tip is to set alarms. And I think we avoid this kind of scheduling and setting alarms when it comes to prayer, because we think prayer should be more spontaneous, more of a reaction and a response, come more naturally to us. But we set alarms for lots of other important things in our life, so why not prayer? This is a great way just to remind ourselves in the middle of busyness and other things going on around us to make time for God and make time for prayer. It also helps to kind of build up that habit where you get that reminder every day to spend that time in prayer until it becomes almost second nature and you might not even need that alarm anymore. Our third tip is to turn your commute into a prayer walk. And this is all about using your time wisely. If you travel to go to work or school or university or wherever, whether by train, bus, car, or you walk there, you can use that time for prayer. Whether that's praying for the things that you're going past on your commute or just taking that time to pray for things that you have on your mind anyway. This is also a great way to kind of begin and end your day with prayer and that kind of transition between home and work, praying for that situation. Our fourth tip is to pray before meals. And this might have been something that you did when you were at school, saying grace before your meals, but actually it's a great way to bring prayer into your normal daily routines, to help you remember to do it. You attach it to those routines that you're already doing, because you have to remember to eat. So by attaching prayer onto that habit that you already do, it's going to be more easy for you to remember it. And this doesn't need to be fancy in any way. You could have a simple prayer that you pray each day before your meal, or you could use things like a prayer dice to help you choose what prayer to pray. This is what we did when I was a child. We had like a wooden prayer dice with different prayers on the sides, and we would roll it and pray that prayer. Tip number 5 is to have an accountability buddy. Now, habits are hard to form and harder to keep. And it's really hard to keep up that routine of praying every day when life does get really busy. An accountability buddy is there to help you, to encourage you and to keep you on the right track. So you could either find a friend who also wants to make sure that prayer is part of their everyday and do this together. Or you could find an older, wiser Christian maybe at your church who can just check up on you and keep you accountable to this goal that you're setting for yourself. And tip number 6 is to keep a simple prayer journal. Prayer journals are a great way to structure your prayers and to stay really focused on your prayers, because I find it much harder to get distracted if I'm physically writing something down rather than just praying in my head. And again, this doesn't need to be fancy or take a long time. You can have a really simple prayer journal, maybe where you bullet point the prayers that you're praying, or you write out really simple prayers. Just those kind of arrow prayers that you might send up to God, just saying, please help me with this. I'm sorry for this thing that happened. Thank you for this thing that you gave me today. They really don't need to be elaborate, well-written prayers. But I hope these tips will help you to spend more time with God when life gets busy. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to see more videos from me and Arnold all about how you can pray. And in the meantime, if you're a new parent just like me, check out this video all about how you can pray with your newborn baby. And we will see you next Saturday for a new video. Bye!